What's up, y'all? Asa here for another review, and today I'm reviewing UnotheActivist's latest album, 8. UnotheActivist is an Atlanta rapper who I would consider to be a SoundCloud OG. He is most known for his come-up with Playboi Carti and other rappers within that scene, and for his own music. His sound is very much what you can expect of someone coming from that scene, and I wouldn't consider myself to be much of a fan. I found much of Uno's projects to have some cool ideas here and there, as well as some solid production, but I've never enjoyed a full Uno album. Well, at least until now, because I find his newest release, 8, to overall be a solid album. I would say that this album as a whole flows pretty well together and doesn't get repetitive until the end, which is commendable considering that it's a long 18 tracks. 40 minutes isn't long, but usually albums of this nature don't last at that duration. Uno, though, does a great job of keeping things interesting throughout the album's runtime by consistently picking unique and colorful beats. Much like any other Uno project, the production on the album is the strongest part. On the opening track, we first hear a string instrument, which threw me off at first, but I thought it to be really well done, especially when the bass came onto the song. The second track, Pure, has a sample on the track that swings like a pendulum, and I thought that the subtle horns on it were a very nice touch. It's pretty hypnotizing, I'd say. The track Circles and Squares sounds like it samples a kalimba, which makes the song sound pretty goofy, but not in a bad way. The song Eel has a pretty repetitive beat that gets stuck in my head on each listen, and the overall layering of the track is done very well. The song That's Him somewhat has a goofy sounding sample. It reminds me both of the Crazy Frog ringtone and Fuso Shuffle. The track Can't Go sounds like a pretty run-of-the-mill instrumental, but what else would you expect from a track featuring Ty Dolla $ign? The track Night Mode has a somewhat EDM sounding beat that has these high-pitched vocals sampled throughout the entirety of the track. The song kinda reminds me of something more tropical, I'd say. Miss Me has a ton of different layers going on in the beat, but it's all put together so well it sounds pretty dreamy and woozy. Devil on Your Right Shoulder has a damn smooth beat that I don't even want to describe, just go give it a listen. The last beat I'll mention is the final track, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, which has a cold ass sample that helps to match the feeling of reflection that Uno is giving off. Now, lyrically, there isn't much going on this project. Well, there was one line on the opening track where Uno said, "Try telling me how she feel, it's a cool story." But other than that, Uno does a pretty good job of switching up his flow and delivery to keep things interesting over the duration of the album. On the song Circle and Squares, he's altering his voice to a whisper and then going back to a normal voice, and his flow is pretty good on the track. It also flows very nicely on the song Ill. The song Night Mode might have the most ridiculous vocals on the album, as they are super high pitch, and I have to mention the feature on the track as well, because he killed it. And I'll lastly mention the song Inches, where he kinda reminded me of Chris Brown, but maybe that's just me. Overall, Uno released a solid album that will have me returning to the tracks I really enjoyed. I would rate this project a 6 out of 10. Please subscribe, drop a like, and have a good one.